Okay, Kof. So now we're going to learn how to not get that latency. What you want to do is start a song in Logic Pro. Remember, you want to save the song to your hard drive, so do that immediately so that it knows where to, save the files. So external hard drive, you want to save this to external hard drive, the song. Okay, now you have to understand something. When you're in Apollo, the software is so great it's latency free. Okay, but the thing is, you don't want to listen to a track here at the same time that's going through Logic, so through Logic software. So what you will need to shut off, and there's two ways to do it. You want to go to Preferences, Audio, and then go to General of the audio, and you'll see Software and Monitoring. You want to make sure this is off. If it's on, that's going to be a problem. Okay. If it's on, that's what it's going to look like. We don't want it on, we want it off. Okay. Now, what I do is I have a button over here. As you can see, it says Software Monitoring. And the way to add that, if you don't have it already, is push Control on your keypad, then push with your mouse and go to Customize Control Bar and Display. And right here, you'll see this button disappear now. Watch. So now it's gone. Now it's back. Okay. So what that does is it adds a button there. And the reason I want that button there is the only time I want software monitoring on is if I'm playing like a USB keyboard, because I want to hear the software that's in the key in Logic, right? So watch this button here and this button here. When I click it, see now it says software monitoring. Now it's off. So I like to have this right here. Now let me give you an example when I'm going to use it. If I added a track, a software instrument, and let's say I put a B3 organ. So over here I go Instrument, see, and I'll go to Vintage B3 organ. This is all in Logic. And there's my organ, okay? And you can tweak things, you can change the mics, you can do all this crazy stuff. And you can save it too. So I have it as Rick's Huge Organ. That's one of my original sounds. Thank you very much. So now, when I plug in the keyboard, I want to hear the software. I want to hear this software that I just plugged in there, right? So now I'm going to push this button, and now I'm going to have software. I'm going to be able to hear that, okay? Because this keyboard, this organ is not going through Apollo. It's going through Logic now because it's playing the software, okay? So you want to have the software on. The only time you want software monitoring on is when you're playing some sort of MIDI instrument, whether it's a percussion thing or you're actually playing it in with your keyboard. That's the only time. After you're done recording, you can shut that off. Okay. Now there is going to be some latency if you have it really high. So in this case, I have my latency. I have the buffer size huge because I want my engine to be a V8 over here. I don't want it to be a 2-cylinder. So you might want to crank it down to 64 when you're recording MIDI, so you won't have any latency. And then you just move it back. And that's it. That's pretty simple. Okay? Easy peasy. All right, good luck.